Infinity Ward let us know everything that is going to be coming to Infinite Warfare. Wow, that's the wrong game. What is going on, guys? It is an interesting day for Modern Warfare. Today, we did not get an update to the game. The game is the same game that it was yesterday, but today we got a community update, which means the developers over at Infinity Ward felt like we needed an update as to what is going to be coming to the game and what is going to be changing within the community. Today's update is an interesting one because it doesn't only focus on what is coming in the next couple of updates, it also focuses on communication. Literally, the developers giving us more information as to what they are working on and what is going to be changing within game. Of course, they're not going to be completely transparent. There's still going to be things that they're going to be working on behind the scenes for surprises and things like that. But for the most part, what we're going to be looking at today is what is going to be changing in the next couple of updates and how Infinity Ward is planning on changing their communication with the community. So, we got a lot to talk about, so let's just dive into it. So first of all, in this community post, there's essentially 3 big things that are going to be coming in the next couple of updates before the end of Season 1. Now, in this, they don't mention anything like maps or new additional content coming to the game like weapons. It is specifically revolving around game modes, double XP, and things like that. Also, we're going to talk about issues and bug fixes in a second as well. But first off, what new things are going to be coming throughout Season 1? So the first thing that they mention is Gunfight 3v3. They say, aside from the Gunfight 1v1 playlist we rolled out this week, we are working on another version of Gunfight 3v3. Now, it's interesting because in today's update video that I made on Tuesday, I actually talked about this, how I thought 1v1 Gunfight was interesting and kind of fun to try out, but it doesn't quite work as well when you don't have teammates to communicate with and everything like that. So, what they've decided to do is add an extra teammate and make it so you have to have even more communication. I think this is a fantastic thing to add into the game, and as I said in the update video on Tuesday, I would love to see this taken a step further with 4v4 Gunfight or even 6v6 on the full-sized maps. I think that would be fantastic and a pretty cool game mode that I think everyone would pretty much enjoy. After this, they go into talking about loadouts. They say the next thing that's coming is additional loadouts. 5 loadouts aren't enough, so we'll be adding more loadout slots over the coming weeks. Now, I don't exactly know what this means. They're obviously adding extra loadout slots, but the question is how? Are they just going to be giving them to everyone? Are they going to be giving 5 out all at once? Are they going to be releasing them 1 week at a time? It's kind of confusing how they worded this. I really hope you don't have to pay for them, but I guess for that, only time will tell. It sounds like they'll be free, but you can never be sure with Call of Duty. After this, we've got Gunfight tournaments, and this one I'm really excited for, but what they have to say about it is this. Gunfight tournament. It was incredible to see so many people jumping into Gunfight tournament beta back in November, and we plan on bringing tournaments back once we've squashed a few bugs and added new rewards. So Gunfight tournaments are coming back. I'm really interested to see whether or not the Gunfight tournaments are just 2v2, or are they going to be 1v1 Gunfight, 3v3 Gunfight. I would also like to see a bunch of different things added in as far as rewards go. Before, it was just you won one Gunfight tournament and that was kind of that. I would love to see them add it so that if you won 5 Gunfight tournaments, you get this reward. If you win 10, you get this reward. If you win 50, you get maybe a weapon blueprint or something that people actually really want. But I don't know what they're doing. It's probably going to be similar to what we saw in the Gunfight beta in November, but we'll have to wait and see what they actually added to the game. But needless to say, I love Gunfight tournaments, and I can't wait to see what they're actually going to do with them. And then after this, they've said that they're working on putting in more double XP, double weapon XP, and 2 times tier events. So I think that's pretty exciting. I'm guessing they're going to at least do one of these before the end of the season, but we'll have to wait to see when that is. And then they said, that's just a taste of things we're working on, so keep an eye out for these and more in future updates. Of course, they're going to say that in every single community post. Now, after this, they dive into some bug fixes that they are working on and tracking and should be fixed soon. First of all, the lighting flickering on various maps. This happens maybe 1 in every 10 games that I play. Mission collision on containers on cargo. I'm not exactly sure. Something to do with player collision. Not 100% sure. Platinum skins not unlocking properly. This has been a problem since the launch of the game. Not surprised to see that. Out of the map exploits on Ground War. Thank frickin' God, because my God are those getting annoying playing Ground War. And then Platinum and Damascus camos glare while aiming down sights. We've talked about this one before. There's just a glare in some lighting when you're using those shiny camos, and it actually makes them, one, look really bad, and actually hinders your field of view, making it hard to see enemies. So, of course, they're going to need to fix that. It's just a matter of when. Speaking of which, they have actually done something really, really cool today. And I'm just going to show you exactly what it is. It's something called a Trello board. And what this is exactly what you are looking at here. And a lot of different communities and companies use these to kind of organize their thoughts all in one place. And this is going to most help out the hardcore players know what's coming next to the game. So off to one side, you can see a section for helpful links. We're not going to go over that. After this, we have patch notes and playlist updates. This is actually going to be links to all of the playlist updates and patch notes that pretty much come out every single Tuesday. And it's going to link to the Activision blog that actually shows these off. Now, after this is where it gets interesting. The next section you can see here is multiplayer known issues. Now, you're going to see a bunch of different issues. For example, the challenge that's marked 25 enemies with a recon drone. And if you click on it, it shows you that this is fixed in a future update. So in other words, in the next coming update, this is going to be in there. And as you can see, if I click on that, it will show you for all of these. So the yellow one is in progress. The orange one is open. A ticket has been created, but they haven't looked at it yet. So this is a pretty cool way of keeping the community updated and knowing what they're actually looking at and what has actually been completed and coming out in a future patch. For example, this one's a big one. Players can cancel their recovery state when sliding. This is something that's actually going to change the way people play the game. We know that is coming in a future update. Now, they also have this for classic and special operations, PC issues, so for all you PC players, and then what we are working on. So this has additional loadouts, 3v3, and then gunfight tournaments. This one says release date to be decided, so we don't know when they're coming, and I'm curious whether or not they're going to add dates once they decide when they're coming out, or whether it's just going to be a surprise in future updates. And then finally, on the far right here, we have something pretty interesting to me. So they have upcoming maintenance, and this might be something that they're going to do more and more often now that they have this, but it says Monday the 13th, 2020, we will be performing maintenance on leaderboards beginning at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time until 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. During this time, leaderboards might appear blank or inaccurate while maintenance is being done. Please note that there will be no loss of data once completed. So things like this are, a lot of companies like Blizzard and other companies do these updates to their game where the game's not necessarily down, but a specific feature might be. So this upcoming maintenance tab, I'm curious what they do with this as the game's updated and progresses. Now, that's actually not all that they have added as far as community information goes. So at the very end of the community post, they say this: moving forward, we want to keep you even more updated. So below is a simple calendar to show you what types of content you can expect to see and when. So Tuesdays, we are going to get playlist updates. So this is in-game changes. So for example, different store items being added, different game modes being added, and even an update. Thursday, developer diary or behind the scenes blog. I don't think that's going to be anything special, but we'll have to wait and see. And then Friday, a community update blog. That's kind of similar to what we saw today. So they'll kind of be a what's to come every single Friday. So Tuesdays are going to be updates and Fridays are going to be what's to come. Those are kind of the big two to note here. So that's pretty much this week's community update. It appears as though we're going to be getting these every single Friday. So of course, if you follow the channel, I will keep you guys updated every single Friday on that, as long as they're adding something that's worth talking about. But other than that, really, this community post is all about community, keeping people involved with what's going on behind the scenes and letting us know, because a lot of people were complaining about the stealth nerfs and not knowing what's going on with the game. So this is a big step in the right direction. The question is, how good are they going to do moving forward, keeping us actually up to date? Aside from that, what we know is coming is the 3v3 gunfight, additional creator class slots, and finally, gunfight tournaments are making a return. So those are the things we can kind of look forward to. I'm surprised they didn't mention anything about upcoming maps, because that was kind of leaked the other day, but we'll have to wait to see what's going on with that in the rest of Season 1. So at this point, I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know what you think of this community update down in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could hit that like button. And as always, if you want to stay up to date on all my videos and what's going on with Call of Duty, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you have notifications on. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time. Peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're